Hi, I'm Abby Hyslop, and I'm currently living in Minneapolis, Minnesota, working as a senior brand designer for Target. I think what I loved about SCAD from the beginning was the ability to be able to do what you love and have a career doing it. I was a fibers major, and I found the fibers department by way of the fashion department. I absolutely fell in love with the people and couldn't believe you could have a job getting paid to design patterns after I took my first repeat pattern design class. I'm so thankful for the passionate design team that I've gotten to be a part of at Target the last 9 years, starting as an assistant textile designer and moving my way up to a senior brand designer in my role now. I've gotten to experience the manufacturing and design process at a global scale. I've gotten to travel the world. And I think the most fun part about working at Target is getting to see your designs in thousands of people's homes, their kids wearing your illustrations at such a large scale and seeing how that brings them joy. I'm my happiest when I'm getting to make something and share it with other people. I think the people that know me best would describe me as joyful, focused, caring, and outgoing. So that really brings us to now. I was introduced to the Alumni Atelier program when I attended the first SCAD alumni experience in Lacoste in September of 2015.
I studied abroad with the fibers department as well during my time at SCAD, so getting to go back almost 10 years later with my peers, getting to work in the studio was just life-giving. And seeing SCAD's commitment to alumni, to get to know President Wallace and see her passion for us and what we do was so inspiring and really what encouraged me to want to pursue this application.
There's been a real resurgence of handicrafts and sharing creative knowledge in the past few years. The amount of collaborative creative spaces opening up, artists and designers who are doing workshops to share their craft, and even how social media has helped spread ideas and knowledge around creativity is really exciting. I think people are realizing, again, the power of creating something with your hands, and what an amazing experience that is. So that brings me to my project, which I'm calling Petit Point, which means needlepoint in French. This project would seek to revive the art of needlework by making it affordable, accessible, simple, and beautiful again.
Needlework has been an expression of creativity and culture for thousands of years. While the industry had a resurgence in the 80s and 90s, the once booming cottage industry has diminished, with most of the small independent needlework shops closing and putting many of the designers out of work as well. If you are interested in learning today, your options are reduced to ornament kits with plastic canvases sold with acrylic yarns, or hand-painted canvases that might cost a beginner upwards of $200 to get started. The project process would manifest in 3 parts. The first would be an immersion into the history of textiles in France. This would include traveling to local markets to collect vintage textiles and needlepoint pieces, potentially traveling to Paris to visit the Musée des Arts Décoratifs, and meeting up with local experts like Madame Sigler-Lathrop, who owns a beautiful shop in Paris called Tapisserie de la Boucherie and has written 2 books on the art of needlepoint. The second part of the project would be to produce a body of original needlepoint designs and begin to create a variety of small kits that make this needle art approachable, simple, and relevant again. The third part would be to begin offering workshops to students, the local community, or passerbys to start teaching and doing with them, with the ultimate goal of getting people creating with their hands again. I would also create a website and platform to start selling the work and to be a source of education on the craft. This project would create a marketable and saleable product that could be sold online at retail and be a part of the larger creative movement in reviving this beautiful and historic handicraft.
I actually have a very personal connection with the industry as well. My mom was a textiles major, and when the industry had a boom in the 80s and 90s, my mom was a counted cross stitch and needlepoint designer for years. She actually bought my parents' first car, $25,000 in cash with her leaflet sales, which she made a 25-cent profit on. And another amazing part of that is when I studied abroad in France 10 years ago, We were at a sewing shop in Lyon, of course. We went to every single sewing shop there was in Provence, I think. I actually found two of my mom's leaflet designs, her needlepoint designs, when I was over there in France. So it was really neat to pull those out as I was thinking about this project. I'm passionate about SCAD's mission. I'm passionate about what SCAD's done for me in my life and my career. I'm passionate about textile design. I love needlepoint. And I would love the opportunity to pursue this work further and to encourage others through this creative process. Thanks for your time.